Welcome to the Picture This podcast.
Follow along with us as we talk about faith, relationships, and navigating through college life.
Picture this. If you could go back and give start of your senior year of high school self one piece of advice, what would it be and why?
I'd probably say to not be too intimidated by the upperclassmen because at least at the school we went to, it's pretty chill and everyone likes each other in the whole, basically, I feel like. You?
Study more than I need to. Literally overstudy. Like with Kim right now, it's like I overstudied, but it wasn't enough.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much. That's what I'd say.
What about you?
So I would say if I could go back and tell my senior year self this, I would say don't cling so tightly to people. There's like a saying that I really like. It's like if it comes, let it. If it goes, let it. And I feel like I was clinging too hard onto relationships that weren't like nurturing. So yeah.
For me, it'd probably be block my time well, way better than I did because I just kind of I made my schedule and I'm like, yeah, I'll be good. And then I was not good for the first half and then second half I got it together. But just coming at it ready would have been beneficial. So, two guests on today. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and just tell us just a tiny bit about where you are in life?
Cool. My name's Clara, and I'm a senior in high school at the same school that Xavier went to and Elena went to for a bit.
Yep.
Cool. I'm friends with Xavier and Elena, and they're pretty great. Love barn dances with you guys. It's super fun. And then I also was on the track team with Xavier too, which is cool. So.
My name's Kian. I'm a junior, but I'm older than her.
Yeah.
So that cancels it out. I know Xavier from track. I do cross country and track, and I know Elena because of Xavier.
Yes.
Awesome. All works out.
He's gonna be coaching pretty soon.
Yes.
I'm 98% sure.
It's so
So basically,
yeah, and we can talk about that a little bit later. I have a little bit structured.
Yay.
No. So this episode is kind of going to be structured around college journey. So how you're deciding what you're looking for, the stresses that come with that, and we're going to kind of talk about what we went through. So, kind of just to open up, what has been the hardest part about this year for you guys?
I mean, at least for me, it's the pressure of deciding where you're going. It's so hard. I remember a lot of people when I was a sophomore, all the seniors would be like, senior year is such a breeze, the workload's not much. But literally senior year is so hard because you have to pick where you're gonna go for the next at least 4 years of your life, which is so scary. So that's definitely the hardest part for me. It's been kind of tough, but yeah.
Do I know the answer for you? Is it chemistry?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a good grade in chemistry.
He's actually good.
I have a 97. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude, I wish.
But the thing is, for me, it's kind of different because I want to run in college, and so you have to hit good times.
Yeah.
And so I was kind of freaking out about that because I had a stress fracture until beginning of junior year when I started running again over the summer. I was freaking out because I'm if I want to run in college at the level I want to, I actually have to hit that. So that was making me worried. And of course, there's always chemistry and all that. I mean, and Miss Pike. English is
Can we
what are we doing?
Let's just say busy work.
We're just all busy work.
I want to pause and say props to you guys because I think maybe Clara was on TikTok. I saw that you guys went running in shorts.
Oh my gosh.
I could not do that. That's some endurance right there.
It's always shorts weather.
It's always shorts weather. No matter what.
I was running on Friday when it just started to snow. It was 3-mile-per-hour winds. I was still wearing short shorts and gotta stay true.
Yeah.
Did you guys have school at all last week?
No school. Whole week off. Did you guys?
We had Monday and Friday.
Oh
really?
My gosh.
Yeah.
See, we got Monday off because of President's Day.
Yeah.
So
we
we thought we were gonna have it Friday, but
They
they're
canceled.
to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, for us it was Thursday was the secondary roads are kind of bad, so we're just gonna put it off. And then they're we're coming to school Friday. We all got that email. We're dang it. But it's okay.
So did they not make you do any online stuff at all?
Oh no, online all week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
See, we were just off.
That's what I thought because with college it's different, but I wasn't sure.
Some of my lovely professors are we're supposed to sign stuff, but we'll get to that later.
It really just depends on who your professor is, for sure.
Yeah. So moving forward, let's imagine you're out of high school. What is the one thing you're gonna miss? The biggest thing?
I would definitely say the relationships I have with the teachers at
Mhm.
NCA. I mean, I just like it's so easy, just like goof off with Dr. Statica,
Oh yeah.
and like it's just so fun. Like I think I'm definitely gonna miss that because like it's more of like a professional role in college, at least how I imagine it.
Mhm.
So it's like you can't have like that kind of relationship with teachers. But I mean, I have no idea. But then also like NCA, can you? I don't know. Like,
But I would say yesterday, my professor took me and some people out to Chick-fil-A and we went to Target after. So
oh God.
I would say they do exist in college.
Emerson Rogers,
Yeah.
her mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh, that's so fun. Okay, maybe I shouldn't be as worried about it. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really worried. I'm more like kind of excited because everything is different. So it's just a
Mhm.
whole different set of expectations than high school.
Yeah.
Plus, like, I don't know. It's like you get to choose how many classes you want to have per week. It's kind of like I can either make it as hard as I want or as not as hard as I want. So.
Right. Yeah. I kind of agree with that. There is a point where it's like, okay, I actually need to like lock in and get this many hours done. So right now I have 16, and that's kind of like it's not horrible. It's like definitely busy every night.
What's the recommended hour?
I'm gonna take 15. I'm gonna try and take 15 every semester here on out.
Yeah.
So what you're like?
So next semester is technically like my last semester because I'll be student teaching next spring. And so I have 13 hours because that's all I have left.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
that's my
great.
ideal.
Yeah.
Have you taken like summer classes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that helps too. You can kind of get stuff like
Yeah.
and take dual credits for you guys. Oh my gosh, it makes it so much
Oh, yeah.
easier.
I've gotten so much school out of the way just by taking a lot of
I'm gonna be a
classes.
sophomore.
Yeah.
I agree.
I am chilling.
Okay, so what's one thing that like you miss from college
I will say all the free
or high
time.
school?
All the free time that I had, I feel like in high school I had a lot more time to like work on like my sport, my hobbies, and that kind of thing. And then with college, I feel like you're definitely pulled in a lot of different directions. So that
Yeah.
is one big thing I miss.
For me, I'd say it's the people because I had you lovely folks around and it made me really happy. And then of course, you get to goof off with some teachers and you get to get away with a bit more sometimes. Um, so both of you are in track, and I just kind of want to turn it that way.
Yeah.
How is track influencing your guys' like college search?
Well,
You
so
kind of
like
answered that already.
yeah. So like your junior year is definitely like the year of like recruitment, stuff like that. So that's when you're like sending emails and like getting like your times out to like college coaches. So I kind of went through that last year and it's really tough because like I've had many coaches like from D1 universities like you're doing great, just get a bit faster and then email me. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
great. But it's like at least I'm getting those replies. But it's also kind of the recruitment process is hard, So
Right.
especially if like I was wanting to go D1 and I still like have some offers from that, but it's just like once I toured those schools and stuff like that, it's like not what I imagined it to be.
Yeah.
So that has definitely influenced how I want or like where I want to go to college.
Mhm.
But I think no matter where I go to college, I will definitely still like continue to run.
Yeah.
Whether that's I can like compete in like 5Ks, like club races, something like that. So
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
Okay. Yeah. Me, like, literally junior year is what matters.
Yeah,
So
right.
I have it at times. I
Pressure's
mean,
on.
yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
just ran a 15-17 5K time trial after 3 months after cross country. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay,
And it's like
this looks doable now. So might have to break some school records. So pretty much if junior year goes as expected and I'm able to, my plan is just reach out to like a bunch of colleges. I mean, both
That's
D1 and a
awesome.
couple like really high level D2s, and then basically get those replies like,
Yeah.
you're doing great, get a little faster, which I'll probably be hitting their recruiting times anyways.
Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, basically I have to hit times.
Yeah, so I kind of want to just say something. This is behind the scenes, and I don't know if you're allowed to know, but I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
Coach Ben texted me the other day
Yeah.
and said, the end sentence was, Kian has been running crazy fast. So I'm glad to hear it from you. No, I'm super excited for what this year has
I'm
for both
so
of you guys.
We're gonna have to hit some crazy times.
It's-
And then we'll get to hang out with you too.
Yeah.
We'll have to pop out.
It's like I went
Well.
to a couple practices.
Yeah.
Definitely.
We should.
I said when it gets warm, like nice track
Oh,
weather,
yeah.
I can just leave the windows down. You can do homework, and I can tell people
Can.
to run.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Told David to humble them.
We'll see how it goes. Okay, but times are going good. Everything's like you guys are getting faster. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
But the pressure's still on.
I'll be able to hit those times. Don't worry. It'll be good. It'll be good. The pressure's good.
And I hear your workload is like a lot lower this year, so you can put a lot more focus on that.
My workload as in like schoolwork.
Yeah, like 3 study halls.
Oh, well, that's a dual credits. I call them study halls because I get all my work done Monday and
okay.
Tuesday, and and then on Thursday I have art, which is now a study hall. Then I have dual credit, which is a study hall pretty
Mhm.
much, and then I have another dual credit, and then Bible. So I have three like that's like almost 4 hours to just or just study hall. I get to watch YouTube vids. So yes, the workload is high if I procrastinate,
But
but it's not bad.
overall, that's not bad.
Yes, I went into a little tangent there.
It's okay. So this is kind of like an afterthought. Have you guys thought about like living on campus? Because I don't know like where you guys are even thinking about
So
like living at home.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to Arkansas
Okay.
University. And so I don't know if it's required that freshmen live on campus, but it's like encouraged,
Mhm.
like, which I definitely would because I mean, obviously my house is like 2 hours away from Arkansas and it's just like fun. I feel like to have a roommate and stuff like that. So that's it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't thought that through.
Yeah, okay. No,
I have like a
that's
list
totally
of
fine.
Junior
like
year.
20 colleges I'm gonna reach out to. So
Yeah.
I mean, I have to like tour them and stuff to know.
That's
Especially
where I
because
was
like
at
with
junior
Arkansas,
year.
because with Arkansas, it's like they don't have enough room for anyone after like freshman year to
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
live on campus.
So
Or like
yeah.
and like
You can't live
stuff.
on you can't live on dorms after freshman year because there's no room.
So
Which
like
is
That's crazy
you
to
kind of I
me.
have to
Yeah,
go by
it's
like
crazy.
college, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I could run for Arkansas, that would be sick.
That is cool. What are your thoughts going into it?
I really loved having a roommate. I mean, my
Yeah.
roommate is now like my best friend, and
Yeah.
we didn't even know each other. And just like getting randomly paired can be kind of scary because, like,
Yeah.
I know some people they are just roommates with people they went to high school with, but I really loved meeting someone totally different, and we became best friends. So.
Mhm. So this is kind of new news for me. I think I'm gonna live at home next semester.
Really?
Yeah. Um, I really did enjoy freshman year stuff, and it's like a great experience. But I'm gonna save so much money if I live at home. It's like $2,000 worth. Then I could just like it's a 25-minute drive.
Yeah.
Imagine all that money to gas, and then I get extra. So
Yeah.
That's
But-
why I'm living at home now too. With
Yeah.
finances. So.
yeah, and meal plan is another like a lot
Oh
of
yeah, you
money.
just come here and cook for yourself, which is
Yeah.
super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, want to get this at Walmart?
Yeah.
Exactly. I already have the family card.
Family card.
Yeah.
What's this new TV in your room?
The last one broke.
It's for biology.
Yeah, human anatomy, I just need like the really big close-ups, I gotta see this and that.
So we wanted to share a little bit about like how we decided to go to Evangel. For me, it was like my last choice. I did not want to go to school there, mainly because like I grew up at a private school and I like didn't have the best experience, and that's why I switched to public school. And so I toured Missouri State. I really wanted to go to Drury. And then I went to do a visit at Evangel, and it's like when I got there, I just knew. Like, and I know that's not the experience that everyone has, but like for me, it literally was like God telling me, like, this is home. Like, this is where you're gonna spend the
That's so
next 4
cool.
years.
Yeah. I mean, my choice was made kind of easy because of
Yeah.
her.
That's
But
great.
so I was always at like Missouri State's campus. Like I was always there, whether for speech or like hockey stuff. Like I knew a lot of people there, had a lot of friends. And so I'm like, it's between Evangel and MSU because I already get scholarship for Evangel. I'm like, okay. And then once I started dating her, I'm like, okay, it's kind of I think I know where I'm gonna go.
That's
But
great.
I think in the end, I also will end up going to MSU. So 4 years at Evangel, and then 3 years at MSU to get my doctorate of physical therapy.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Nice.
really cool.
So you're gonna get best of both worlds.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get all my Bible classes out of the way so I can protect it too.
That's great.
I also knew too that I wanted to be at a smaller school just because there's something like different about it, about like the atmosphere. And
Yeah.
sometimes
Friend
like
groups.
party culture too has always been something that I try to stay away from. And so
Yeah. That was my biggest reason. Besides, like, obviously, I was like, I don't want to be part of a like group of people that goes out every Friday night, and like I'm the one at home, which I have no
which
problem with.
nothing's wrong with
I
Yeah,
don't have
but
any issue with
not
that,
really gonna-
but I just don't want to surround myself around that.
Yeah, that's the thing about like Arkansas for sure. It's like a big SEC school.
Oh
like,
yeah,
definitely, like, I've mentioned, like, I'm probably gonna go to Arkansas, and a few people are like, "Oh, that's a big party school." Like, that's the first thing they say to me. I'm like, "Okay." Like, I definitely have, like, wanna have no part in that. But I think it's, like it's also, like, coming from a smaller school, I kinda want something, like, that's, like, bigger, I guess,
Yeah.
kinda like the opposite, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just, like, something that's always interested me.
Right.
But I think it's so big that you can always find, like, just a group of people that have the exact, like,
Yeah.
kinda, like, ideals. Not exact, but,
Like
like,
close enough.
don't
Yeah.
wanna go out every single night, like, wanna work hard at school and stuff
Right.
like that.
It's
So
like, hey, Tuesday Bible study. Like
yes,
it's just in
exactly.
your
Yeah.
schedule all the time.
And you
Yeah.
never know, like, there's people that you'll leave an impact on because of your faith.
Exactly. Yeah, which
Right.
I think is a really cool thing you could do in a big school like that. So
Yeah.
Clara, have you seen the movie Greater?
no.
I don't know where you guys found movies. It's a great football movie, and it's from University of Arkansas.
Really?
Oh
It's
yeah, the linebacker.
yeah,
Yeah.
offensive tackle.
Oh, that. It was one of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was big.
Brandon
Yeah, that's why.
Molesworth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen-
Just put it on your list.
Okay.
Okay,
Sounds good.
shameless plug. Anyways,
Okay, sounds good.
so kind of building off of like those kind of like groups you have. The next question I had was like, how does your faith influence where you're gonna go, like what you plan to do in college?
I mean, I feel like, yeah, like coming from a Christian private school, it's small, I have no opposition like going to like a Christian school at
Mhm.
college as well. Like definitely not. But it's also like I want to like kind of branch out and like go to like something that's like bigger than what I'm used to, just because I think it'd be fun. But I don't know. I just like the idea of like a huge community like that and stuff. But it's like I'm also really excited to like start like my own life in like places that no one else I've like already had relationships with kind of is there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so it's like I can like find my own church, I can like find my own youth groups to
Yeah.
go to. Like I think that's just so exciting to me.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually so excited
Like
about
fly on your
that.
own. Yeah,
Yes,
leaving
and
the
like
nest.
it's
I get
gonna
that.
be so and like when like my family comes down to visit me or like Hein comes to visit me, like they can go to church with me and like see like
Mhm.
what I'm a part of. And like I just think that's so fun to think about.
Yeah,
So
that is
yeah.
cool.
Honestly, from what all I've heard from people who've gone to college and my parents, I think the experience is really what you want to make it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can choose to go out and party, have fun, and see, or what you think of fun.
Yeah.
Or you can go to church, go to Bible study, have a
Mhm.
specific group of friends. Like, I think it's how you make it, and then of course, like you'll definitely feel like calling, like Elena did. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like for some people it's easier than others. You have to
Yeah.
really like pray about it and ask because sometimes you
Yeah.
don't know, and sometimes you just have to figure it out. Like
Yeah.
Dr. Statica, our Bible teacher, had a whole story about how like he literally like prayed all night for like what because he had no idea what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like he had an idea, but it ended up not being wrong or
Yeah.
not being right. So
Sometimes when I want God to give us the answer, he won't give it to us because he wants us to figure it out.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
feel like that was me whenever I was making this decision of like moving to public school in high school.
Mhm.
Like I was praying, like I need an answer, I need an answer. I was like, oh wait, I need to make the decision myself, and God will bless whatever decision I make.
I feel like that happens so much in like jobs too, like
Mhm.
occupation wise. Like for coaching, it kind of like it felt so natural, and I'm like, this is something I'm called to that I feel like we could use at New Covenant. So
I think, and like, you hear a lot of people say, like, oh, you'll know when you need it, or like, God will place you where you want it. But it's also like, one of my friends said to me, that's like, because I was like stressing about, like, I don't know where I want to go to college, like, where I should go. And she was like, no matter where you go, like, God will use you there no matter what. So it's like,
exactly.
even if, like, you don't, like, feel God, like, pushing you towards a certain place, like, He will use you there no matter what. So I think that's, like, something that's big. Like, you will always be used.
yes. Nothing is random. Everything falls into place eventually, no matter how you think it will, or
Yeah.
if you think like, what am I doing? It all falls into place somehow.
Yeah,
So
I think everything can be used for good.
definitely.
Yeah.
What's cool too about our school is like not everyone that goes there is a believer, and so there's still people
Yeah.
in our reach too that
Yeah.
need a light in their life and need that direction.
Mhm.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So kind of building off that, like obviously you guys aren't in college, but like do you have any plans or like even now, how do you stay connected to God? Like even if you're busy, even if this is going on through crack, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like how do you just stay connected to God?
I mean, make it a ritual to go to church. I mean, I feel like that's just like the basic thing, but like, I mean, block out time on Sunday, of course, and just make it your always thing. But also just incorporate God into anything. Like pray before meets, pray before races.
But
I
yeah.
mean, like pray in your car. That's what I do. Like a lot. And then like, I don't know, I just do basic devotionals just like once every day. It's just I love it before I fall asleep. It's my favorite thing. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, yeah, I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
I set apart time every night just to get into the word and spend time with God, because if I skip a day, I'm like, what am I doing? I don't need this. So that, yeah, definitely that, and just like whenever you have a spare chance, like when you're driving the car, I'm like, turn off the music. I'm just gonna pray. So
Yeah.
I feel like that helps a lot.
Yeah, that's good. I definitely feel like setting a ritual can be super beneficial because as soon as you miss it, you're like, oh no, like you guys said, like everything's falling apart.
Listen,
My Bible app streak, no. And like I'll be the first to admit like I am not perfect. And so like I missed church today, but she heard I was listening to a sermon like right before you guys got here. I was like, maybe I could use that. Maybe I could use that.
Yeah,
Like,
it's good.
yeah.
I say like living at home too has been really nice because I have like a 30-minute drive to school every day, but like that's my prayer time. Like just put on some Maverick City and oh, it's great.
Yeah. It's like a nice, like, quiet
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, yeah. Recently, I've been getting into gospel stuff, so I'll play like '60s, like R&B gospel type hymns and stuff on my drive. And like, I've seen a few people like I blast it, and they're like, "What are what?" I'm just- Yeah. Okay, so turning the conversation kind of a different way, is there anything that you guys would change like about this year as you've already started it? Like, is there one thing that you're like, oh, I should have done that differently?
Oh gosh, so hard. I mean, definitely going with the expectation, like different, going into senior year with a different expectation. Because like everyone I've heard, like, oh, senior year, just so easy. I kind of said this earlier, but like
Yeah.
workload's easy. Like you get all the chemistry and biology out of the way, you'll be fine. But yeah, it's like it's so hard just trying to figure out where you want to go and like what you want to do, like at least what you want to major in. Like that's just so stressful and like definitely going in with a different expectation, like knowing like you're gonna have to make some decisions and they're gonna be big decisions, but like it has to happen. So I
Mhm.
would change my mindset, I think, going into senior year.
yeah. Um, I don't know. I guess pressure's good because
Pressure makes diamonds.
I know, because I put a lot of it on myself, whether it be from running or schoolwork.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I mean, not liking dual credit, right? I'm in sociology. I just like bombed a quiz and I dropped 5%.
You can make up for it.
So I mean,
It's
like,
okay.
it's also like learning to like deal and accept stuff like that too. Like cross country was kind of let down for me, and like learning how to deal with that stuff. It's like because you can make it that experience how you want to. You can either grow from it and get better,
Yeah.
or you can just
Twiddle your thumbs
wallow in
and
it.
yeah.
Just be like, oh,
Oh,
I
that
suck. What
sucks.
am I doing? Oh, I'm so ugly. Like,
Is there something we need to talk about?
help me.
Oh my gosh.
What about you?
I've learned to just not have any expectation for whatever semester I walk into because every single one is so different. And I'm just like, okay, Lord, like just use this semester, do what you want to do, and like I'm gonna like let go of control because sometimes I get disappointed because like not every school year is the same. Like my friends are different, how much free time I have is different. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna let God do what He wants to do, and I'm gonna take it a day at a time. So yeah.
If there's one thing I could change, this is kind of more not serious, but first semester I would have started studying college algebra because I have that this semester and I talk about it all the time on this podcast. But it is so rough sometimes. It's 8:15 and it's like I'm not awake. His voice is like a real monotone, like low, deep, and I'm just I didn't get that.
Okay.
So understanding those concepts would have been beneficial.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Like, it's fine if you don't have an answer, because I know a girl that like hasn't even decided her major. But what do you guys feel called to studying? And that can be as broad or as narrow as you make it.
I mean, both of us are kind of like science oriented, but I've always known I want to go into the medical field, and I never know like what that would look like. I always thought physical therapy. I thought it for a long time, but then recently I've really been interested in dental. So,
Oh
so I'll
yeah,
probably go pre-dental. So, which
yeah.
is all the like the same pre-med classes, but I've
Mhm.
always thought medical field is
They make a
definitely where I
lot
go.
of money too.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but I've also like sorry, I'm gonna build off that, but like missions and stuff like that, I've always wanted to do like missions, like whether like that means like I use my degree, like medical degree for that. And so I definitely want to help people in that way. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been thinking
Sorry. Yeah.
pre-medicine a lot. I mean, like kind of more specifically, this can always change because
Mhm.
I've talked to a lot of other doctors and stuff as it's starting to get more interested in it. But really been thinking about anesthesiology.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, like my family, I mean, it's just every family, but like we've had like cancer, like all kinds of things. It's like the more I can take away someone's pain, like the better, like the more I want to do that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I don't want to see someone suffer. Like I don't want to see anyone suffer. So I think that's a big thing. I mean, I've always just been interested in medical stuff.
Mhm.
Like I have like five anatomy textbooks and stuff. My my cousin's a combat medic, so he gave me a
Oh,
bunch of his stuff that they did whenever they went through the crash course in med stuff. So I've been taking some of those quizzes for fun and stuff. Got some cool pictures in there.
dude.
Anyways, it's just like I found like a real interest in this since like I can actually help someone, and then I mean like what she was saying, like I could bring into missions work too. Like there's all kinds of like uses for it and how I find it useful. So
Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of off topic, but you're talking about textbooks. Last week, there was this girl that like she'd been a nurse and like been on ambulance stuff, like trauma nurse stuff. And she had a textbook at the front desk, and there were like three people that were super squeamish, and then like three of us that weren't. And so we're like, "Oh, that's gnarly. Oh, that's sick." And the other people are like, "Ooh,
that is that is like
yeah,
ugh.
That would be me. I'm
yeah."
worse than that.
So, how did you decide? Because you're early education. How'd you decide on that?
Oh goodness. Okay, so when I was in high school, like middle school, high school, I was like, I kind of want to go into like radiology, like stuff like that. I know I like want to do something like with the littles, but I mean, when I was little, like I loved playing teacher. Like I
I
loved
don't.
it so much, and it wasn't until like later in high school that it clicked. Like, yeah, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, and I've always like worked with kids at church and that kind of
Mhm.
thing, but
Mhm.
I just really got into it in high school.
Yeah.
That's really awesome
Yeah.
because
You
we
seem
need teachers.
yeah.
We need teachers.
You're like the perfect person for like
Yeah.
little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, like
so
it's
cool.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, deciding on PT was kind of like, I don't know. I felt called a couple different ways, but I knew like STEM would be a great field. I can go into anything. I've said this before. My dad's a mechanic and he works on cars and he keeps cars going. And I just want to keep people moving. That's kind of how I went into that. Because PT is a lot of like, you can get any kind of age range, like super old people, super young people, people like college athletics, coming out of an injury, stuff like that. And so like, I just want to make sure people are like performing to the best of their ability and can just exemplify like God's glory. That makes sense, you know?
Is there like a certain like do you want to do like just sports medicine kind of or do you want to do like elderly or kids?
So the plan is go to Cox after a while. And again, it can go in a lot of different ways. Part of me just wants to like not get bored of something. So if I'm seeing like the same patient over and over and over, I think that's great. Building a relationship, but I know I'm gonna get worn down. I'm like, I need some differentiation too.
Mhm.
So maybe something that's like, I don't know. I feel like somebody in their 20s, 30s would be good,
Yeah.
but at the same time, different people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like your like senior year of high school just like went by so fast or at least like the second semester like how did you like savor that or like just make the most of it?
I did think it went by really fast. My friends at the time, we would always like have something fun planned every weekend, and
Yeah.
like we did like a camping trip. We went to Florida, so like
Yeah.
really just like taking time for each other because like now I'm not even friends with those people, but I'm
Yeah.
really glad that I can look back on all those things. That's nice.
For me, I think it went by way too fast, and part of that is because some people make time fly. But yeah, I will say I really miss like some of the people that I hung out with like senior year.
Yeah.
Had a really great group of friends, and like it was a class of like 48. And we were all so tightly knit by the end of the year that like
Yeah.
I still miss that sometimes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
miss you guys' class.
Yeah.
Especially Derek and you.
Yeah.
Where that one I think it was you mean was it you mean Logan and Derek were all together in the car from a track meet or something. That
Yes.
was
I
fun.
remember driving back in the Mustang and we went to Taco
Yeah.
Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those nights like that,
Yeah.
I reminisce a lot. And
You were NCAA since like junior K, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so it's
my
like
entire
I
life.
was you've been here since junior yeah,
Yep.
so it's like we've all like grown
Oh,
up
you
with
both of
the
you have?
well, I've been here since
Wait,
kindergarten.
okay,
Kindergarten.
13
Not
years.
as
Not
cool.
as
Not as
cool.
cool,
Ah.
but no, but like it's just like we've all like grown up with like a certain amount of people that are still at in our grade, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like it's definitely hard for me to like leave, you know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh my gosh, like I've known these people for so long, and it's
Yeah.
just like a He's in my heart. Like, oh, it's kind of sad.
So, do you guys have a group chat? I just want to ask, like a senior group chat.
Yeah.
Group me.
We're doing Senior Assassin right now too.
Oh, actually,
Yeah, I'm
that's so
excited.
fun.
Yeah.
I asked because we still have a group mate, and
really?
I texted like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, "What's up, chat? Hope everyone's getting through life." And I got
gosh.
some likes, and I'm like,
That's
"Man, I miss these people."
Yeah.
I always think that it's just like such a blessing that I met you when you were still in high school because I didn't get the high school experience at New Covenant, but I felt like through you I really got it.
Yeah.
Because like I got to go to like I mean it was homeschool prom, but I got to do
Oh,
that.
that was fun. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I got to go see High School Musical and like I got to hang out with your friends, so like it was great.
Yeah. That was so fun. I definitely feel like we like adopted you into the group. Like that was so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Fun. And even like we held a Super Bowl party at this house, and so we had some of my friends come over from high school and played Quiplash and all that. So yeah, I'm glad you got to get like woven into our
Yeah.
group too.
Yeah, it's kind of like you get like another senior of high school, just like
Yes,
a different experience. That's so fun.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Well, thank you guys for being on.
Yeah,
I
thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
Fun.
Yeah.
So
I
fun.
think this was a lot of like really good conversation. And definitely from a different perspective too.
Yeah,
So
but it's fun to like talk about it with people that have already gone through.
yeah.
See all the different perspectives.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys. And so next episode, Thursday at 8.
Yeah.
Sweet.